I just want to know what you're going to say at the end of the video.
Why?
Okay.
Can you go? Like, you're making me uncomfortable.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry.
None.
Why I gotta go?
So I can film the end of this.
I'm not here.
You are here, and I can see you, and you're making me feel awkward.
No, I think your videos be great.
Okay, but you're making me feel awkward.
Why?
Because you're just in here watching me do this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here finally filming an affordable / drugstore makeup look for you guys, and this is actually the finished look. Pretty much everything on my face is like it's definitely under $20, everything. So yeah, with the exception of like 2 things that I didn't get my hands on to film this, like the setting spray and setting powder, but I will have everything listed or linked down below with the price points on it. And I hope you guys find this helpful. This is just sort of like a really simple everyday look. If you're just like running out of the house, like this is what I do on days where I don't feel like going all out. Takes me like probably 10 minutes. Of course this video is going to be longer than 10 minutes just because there's a bit more talking and explaining. But yeah, and before you continue watching, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all the goods, and yeah, let's go ahead in. I have already primed my face with the True Complexion Shine Control Primer from Black Radiance. You can find this at, not really drugstore, but like Target, Walmart, any place like that. Sometimes you can find it in like Walgreens or something, but I always find the Black Radiance line in Walmart or Target. So yeah, so this is one. It's pretty good. As it says, shine control. So if you have like oily skin or something, and for this one, you just shake it up first. You like dot it on and around and rub it in under your eyes, all that good stuff. So that's what we used for priming, and it's probably, I think I paid maybe $3 for it, but I'll have all the pricing listed down below in the description box for all of this, because I can't remember all the prices off the top of my head, but I will have all that information down below. Just know it's gonna be super affordable. Yeah. And anything that I don't have that's, you know, like drugstore or like super cheap, I'll have like a dupe or like a affordable alternate option for you guys to try. Because there are some things like the setting powder and setting spray that I don't like have my hands on today, but I know which ones are really good and really affordable for you to use. So yeah, so we've got our face primed. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do the brows, because if you guys know, that's what I like to do first after priming my face. It just works easier that way because I like to conceal under my brows, and so once I blend in my foundation, it just comes all together very nicely, I think. So for my eyebrow pencil, I will be using the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. If you are not new to my channel, then you've seen me use this before. Not this particular one, but Maybelline sent me their latest brow products in the mail to try out, and the micro pencil was one of them. I liked it a lot. You can see my full review. I'll have that linked up here somewhere for you to click and go look at it. But basically it's really good. You know, the formula is just like really soft, so there's like a lot of issues like it breaking and that kind of thing. But other than that, this is a great option. Like I said, super soft. Like I liked it almost better than Anastasia. I just went through it really fast. So yeah, so we're just going to get into the brows. Okay, so for this look, because I'm going for like a more natural, fluffier look, I didn't fill them in super filled, because I want them just to look kind of fluffy and natural, so I filled it just enough and like just mainly shaped it up along the outside to give me that like subtle arch. And now I'm just going to go in under and above the brows to just define it more on the line. So I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal. You guys have seen me use this a ton of times. This is definitely my go-to cheap concealer. You can find these at any like local beauty store for like $2 after tax. If you get it from like Ulta or something, you're gonna pay a little more for it because, you know, they have to like make their profit too. So I definitely suggest going to like any hair store or anything like that. Like I said, $2 after tax. But yeah, so I'm just going to go in along the brow. And I'm going to use this to prime my eyelids as well. And if you're someone that doesn't like using concealer to prime your lids and you like using like an actual eyeshadow base, one option that you can use, which I do have, I just don't use it super often just because I'm used to using my concealer, but the NYX eyeshadow base, they have 3 different shades in this. There's this one, which is there's the name, the White Pearl. So this is the eyeshadow base White Pearl, and then there's one, it's like a tinted one, I don't know the name of that one, and then there's like one that's like a skin tone one. So there's like one with like a yellow tint to it, and then there's one with like a skin tone tint to it, and then there's the white one, which is White Pearl, and this one actually has like a shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see it kind of glistening, yeah, but and so it just kind of gives it a brightening effect. It actually looks like you have glitter like in your eyeshadow. So that's why I don't use it super often, because sometimes if I use it and then I go over it with a matte eyeshadow, then the matte ends up looking like a shimmer. But if you have mattes and you want them to look like a shimmer, this is a great option. Like if you don't have shimmer shades in the colors that you want, this is a great way to turn it into a shimmer shadow from a matte. So there you go. So yeah, so I'm going to set the concealer on my eyelids, and I'm using my Too Faced Ethereal Setting Powder. If you saw my last video, like, I've been loving this stuff. I won't say that I love it more than Laura Mercier, just because the issue with, like, if I'm using like a more damp sponge, it kind of clumps. I would definitely say you could use both of them, because this one, like I said, this one, it's ethereal and it kind of has like a shimmer in this one as well, and whereas Laura Mercier is just like set matte, like no kind of glow or anything like that. But this one is obviously a high-end product, but a more affordable drugstore one that works really good is the brand Spun. I'll have a link down below for that one since I don't have it here with me. And that one I think is maybe like $5, no more than that. And as far as like drugstore setting powders go, that one in my opinion, is your best option. Like, that one does what it says. Like, it's gonna set in your makeup, lock it in, almost just as good as any other high-end. So far, that's the only one that I really trust to set my makeup. So that is Air Spun, but I'll have it linked down below. So really quick, we are just going to go in and set these eyelids before we get into our shadow. Oh yeah, these are also affordable beauty sponges, because like a beauty blender costs you like $28, which is about the size, like my beauty blender, this cost me, this small one, this is the smaller one, cost me like $28, whereas the Real Technique sponge is, I think, $8. Like I said, everything's gonna be linked down below, but it's a whole lot cheaper than the actual beauty blender, and they work really, really, really good. I like hardly pick up my beauty blender anymore, but the beauty blender is smaller than this, and you're paying more for it. But I packed my beauty blender for traveling because it is smaller, and you know, I'm not gonna stop using it because I paid $28 for it. So yeah. So for eyeshadow today, I think you guys have seen me use these mini palettes once or twice on my channel, but I'm going to be using my quads from Rimmel London. This is the, I don't know if you can still buy these, but there are like plenty of like mini palettes, drugstores. I'll have some linked down below. I think I paid maybe $4 for each of these, which isn't bad because that's basically like $1 per shade, which is really cheap as far as eyeshadows go. So this is the, let's see, State of Grace Rimmel London eyeshadow quad, and then this is the Sun Safari. So I'm going to be using this one for the like muted natural tones for my transition color, and then we're just going to go in with a couple of blues and purples in here. We're going to keep the look really simple because like I said, this is just kind of like a simple, everyday, affordable look. I like do this pretty much for work, like when I'm in a hurry and don't feel like doing a whole lot for my face. Just some natural colors to put on, and then you're like good to go for the day. So I'm gonna go in with this like orangish, peachish color here, and we are just going to lock and load. To take this light blue color here and just kind of lightly go over the top of that. And it's just gonna give us like a muted light blue color. Nothing like super bright, but it is just gonna add a little color just over that first shade. Because like I said, I'm not doing any kind of fancy look with this. This is just to have some kind of color on my eyelids. And we will call it a day. As you can see, this color is much more pigmented than the others. The others are kind of, they have a little shimmer to them. This purple is definitely a matte color. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and blend that one out. Okay, so I think I'm going to actually go in with this other blue just to kind of add some dimension to the eye, because right now it looks like I got punched in both eyes. So I'm going to go in with this darker blue here. Yeah. maybe not the best choice. Alright, we're gonna fix this. So I'm actually going to use my NYX Happy Birthday palette. This particular one you can't purchase in stores, but NYX is a drugstore brand. They have affordable eyeshadows that can be purchased. Their palettes usually aren't more than $12, which is again really cheap for eyeshadow, especially good quality eyeshadow. NYX is definitely puts out some of the best as far as drugstore makeup goes. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some gold underneath there over where I put that blue. So let's see here. Yeah, that's gonna look a lot better. And see, like with this palette, I get so much less fallout. Another thing too, if you wear glasses, you don't have to focus as much on your eyeshadow. Like in my head right now, I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna pop glasses on anyway, and it's gonna look much more decent. And then once you put on the foundation, it really just all comes together. Foundation is like magic. You do the rest of your face, and then once you have your foundation on, it's just like, like everything turned out exactly how it was meant to be. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Alright, so foundation, we are going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the matte poreless for normal to oily skin, and we all know that is me. This is in the shade 360 or Mocha. Can you see that? And this one is a liquid foundation. The only downside is that it is an open top, like there's no pump or anything like that, so you have to pour it out. So you have to be careful about how much you use. You don't want to overuse it. It happens to me all the time when using this foundation. I'm like, okay, that's a good amount, and then I still end up with so much left on my hand. But yeah, so this one I compare it to my NARS foundation that you guys know I love so much, because it gets like full coverage with a little bit. It's super lightweight. The only thing is it doesn't quite last as long as the NARS foundation, but again, you're getting what you're paying for. NARS, that's a $48 bottle. This one, I think I paid $11 for. So yeah, but as far as like drugstore foundations go, this one is definitely A1. So yeah. So, and they do make one for, like, if you want like more of a dewy finish, not a matte finish, like if you have drier skin, they do have one of those in this same line, you know, so got something for everybody. And they definitely have a super wide range of skin tones, which is another big thing, because a lot of drugstore brands that sell foundation, they have like from light to tan. And this one, Maybelline, they came in clutch. Like, they've got from Ghost, like Casper, to Kuta Kinte. So, you know, everybody's in there. But yeah, so I really like this one. And we're just going to apply. So I'm just going to pour, let's see, that much. And that, even that much might be too much, because like I said, this one is like my NARS. A little goes a long way. And you still get super super coverage. And if you're someone who doesn't like a cake face, this one, like, it feels like you have nothing on your face, but you still get a really great coverage that's gonna give you like such a smooth like look and finish. So even if you're someone that usually buys light to medium coverage foundations, I would even say this one could work for you and like give you such a beautiful even skin tone without feeling like you have so much on, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, let's go. And yeah, so now we're just going to go under the eyes and conceal. You guys have seen me do this 1,000 times, so I'm not even gonna bore you with it. And I'll be right back after I've done that, and we'll get into blush and highlighting, okay? Okay, so for blush, another one that you guys have seen me use a bunch is from Black Radiance in the shade Toasted Almond. And yeah, so this one, again, really cheap. I think maybe $6. Again, everything's gonna be listed down below. Don't quote me on anything. But yeah, so we're just gonna go in with this color here on the cheeks. It's like a go-to affordable is the other one from Black Radiance, the bronzer in the shade Gingersnap, and I'm just going to take this along my cheekbones here. And this one I love a lot just because it's just a really nice subtle glow that just blends really nicely with my skin tone, which is, in my opinion, the best kind of highlight. Using from the Milani line. I really like these lipsticks. This is from their matte line, but their mattes go on like so smooth and creamy. They actually feel more like velvet lipsticks. They're matte because they're not like really super drying, but they look amazing, like so smooth. And this one is in the shade Beauty, so it's Matte Beauty or 69. And it's just a really nice neutral pink tone, like lipstick. Nothing super fancy or bright. Like I said, we're keeping it simple, everyday look here. So we're just gonna pop this on the lips. And I don't need a liner for this one either, just because it's such a nice neutral color. Okay, so this is the finished look. I did pop on my glasses just because this is what I would typically do. And this is just like a nice everyday affordable drugstore look. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you found it helpful. Because so you know, like, you don't always have to have like super high-end makeup products and look good. So there you go. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. What?
Nothing. How you make your video? It don't say it's recording. Chanel, you forgot to press record button?
No, I did press record. It probably stopped.
Why?
It is recording.
Where? Oh, it is a white background. You should keep this in your video though. Us having a little slow moment.